What is Ashoka? The million-dollar question.
Being associated with Ashoka and this process is the most amazing day-by-day, year-by-year tutorial in how the world works, where the world is going, and also in courage and values.
Ashoka is impact. It's changing the system.
If one were to do the forensics in significant impact in healthcare and impact in education and the environment, you will often find the fingerprints of Ashoka there.
How do we change the world for the good of all? It's always a big pattern change idea, but only if it's in the hands of a really good entrepreneur. It's that combination.
Bill's brilliance was he was one of the earliest to recognize the social innovators who were attacking problems in incredibly new and enlightened and different ways. The oddballs, the misfits, the folks that their families and friends couldn't figure out what it was that they were doing.
When I was 10 years old, I built a solar car. The battery of my car, it wasn't charging well enough. How can I charge my car more efficiently? Why are solar panels so limited?
Over 80% of the Ashoka Fellows have started something by their early teens.
I had a chance to present my project at a science fair. And the girl sitting next to me was telling me you could actually take this technology to Indonesia. And I feel like a light bulb kind of went off in my head at that moment.
No one can ever tell them that they can't change the world after that.
Something that I built in my basement is now being assembled and maintained by people in Mexico that need this technology.
They cannot be a happy person in life until they have changed the pattern of society. And so the entrepreneur is in a lifelong creative process.
I love the fact that people are Ashoka Fellows for life. Once you're in that community, you're always part of it.
The better job that we can do in helping them be architects of their own solution, the more effective that solution is going to end up being.
Being involved with Ashoka set a high bar for the rest of the philanthropy that we get involved with, because I can see these are people who are driving true change. I want to go with the people who are passionate.
People who work for Ashoka all around the world are doing the search for fellows in their countries. They really understand the context of the problems. They understand what a new idea is and what a potentially good one looks like.
They were asking questions like, how are things going to be different in rural Kenya in 10 years? Typically, I was used to being asked, what is your budget going to do between now and the next 2 quarters?
The course of human history has been towards a more and more empathy-based society. And this is the critical moment where we shift to everyone being powerful. It's the only way that you can have real equality.
With Playworks, we're going in, right, and we're working on recess, and we're bringing play into the school in this very constructive, positive way. But it isn't about us coming in and doing it for the kids or to the kids, but rather by norming empathy. The kids become the primary actors, and it's the kids who are achieving these really significant changes.
What Ashoka is working on to make sure that everyone has that gift, that we really do become a change-maker world. There's no way that the problems can outrun the solutions.
At the heart of Ashoka is a design principle of how you treat each other. How do you allow someone to be a change maker?
Ashoka is one of the ultimate talent scouts and the ultimate peer network of people who are working individually and now have been collected together to drive all kinds of work forward.
Meeting the people who had struggled for 30 plus years humbled me. Beyond the energy that I could get from a fellow, there were actually insights to solving problems.
Ashoka is really providing us with the platform to leverage the talent so that we can actually solve these issues on a global scale.
The most important about what Ashoka is doing is that they make people believe that change is possible. That belief can go viral.
We're building the financing platform for this new distributed clean energy world.
Our mission is to connect people through lending to alleviate poverty.
Changes the trajectory of life of high school students by engaging them into a path to a professional world.
The idea that one day every kid in America would get to play every day.
Same language subtitling takes children from not being able to read anything to actually being able to read newspapers in about 3 to 5 years.
Working on sharing biomedical research.
Our mission is to improve health in underserved communities using mobile technologies.
And our mission is to increase the number of low-income students who graduate from U.S. colleges and universities.
We're not going to wait for good news. We're going to go out and create it. And we're going to create it with these networks of change makers.